So we're gonna get right to it, and then we'll just.
I trust you. Lead the way, baby.
I bet.
Okay. Is it recording already?
Yup.
Okay.
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to Brimani's Kitchen. My name is Bryce.
And now Brimani.
Yes, and she has a beautiful voice, but also she can cook as well as myself. And today we are cooking
Shrimp Alfredo with a little naan on this side.
Okay, yes. Guess what our nationality is in the comment section if you want. But yeah, we're cooking shrimp Alfredo. This is the first video, so like shout out to everybody here. If you've seen this video, this is the beginning. This is the beginning. So we're gonna cook, we're gonna record it, and we're gonna give y'all just the rundown of how we cooked it, and that's gonna be it. So make sure you like the video, subscribe, you know, all that YouTube stuff, and be ready to learn how to cook at home.
Yes.
Okay, so first we gotta get into the ingredients. Now, mind you, we are on a budget, which most of y'all probably are, and we're working with what we got in the cabinet, and we don't have all the ingredients that we usually have, but we're gonna show y'all what we're working with today. So first off, we got the perejil parsley flake, and it's what's so funny, babe? The global I'm playing. I ain't gonna read. The perejil parsley flake. That's the first thing. And you know, little story time. You know, I'm from Cali, family from Missouri. Most we use for like special seasoning. You know that universal seasoning was seasoning salt. But as I've married myself a Caribbean gal, she has introduced me to my dog Tony right here. You see this man? This man saves lives and taste buds. Tony seasoning, Creole seasoning. And that adds a little spice to it, you know? So, there's that. Oh, almost dropped it. This is Lawry's, not the seasoned salt, but this is the garlic salt. Very strong, very useful. Coarse ground with parsley. It has parsley in it also, so more parsley. And we usually have garlic garlic powder or onion powder, but today we don't. So what we have is minced garlic. This is useful. It's only a little bit left, but it's just enough for what we're making today. And since we don't have onion powder, we actually got some onions we found that was in the fridge that is not, you know, expired, but it'll be useful for today too. Butter. We got the butter. Country crock butter. Original. And it's gonna hit. We also obviously have the ragu. Roasted garlic parmesan, naturally flavored, made with real cheese. Which, by the way, my lady, she don't do cheese like that, but she does do Alfredo sauce, which is very interesting. Wait, is this called Alfredo sauce?
I call it that, yeah.
Why is it called Alfredo sauce? Is that a person?
I mean, I know.
All right. Well.
I just grew up on it.
Yeah, so mind you, we are not professional chefs. We are professional eaters. And we like to eat, but we also like to save money. So that's what led to this. This is Stone Fire naan bread. Great bread. It's soft. It's warm. It just hugs your tongue and your teeth as you eat it. It's like a good friend to you, you know? And not last but not least, we got the barilla spaghetti rigali.
Buy one, get one. Publix.
Bogo. Shout out Publix. My lady been couponing, so we've been learning how to like get stuff, buy one, get one free. Solid.
Let me tap in with the shrimp, okay?
Talk to him, lady. Talk to him.
My husband travels a lot for work, and we went grocery shopping before he went out. Well, before we went out for a trip. So we thawed out some shrimp. We thought we were gonna cook shrimp. We invited some friends over. We found out they didn't eat shrimp. So what I did was I seasoned the shrimp and then I froze it. So we're not gonna be seasoning the shrimp today, but just an FYI, if ever you do season meat and you're not ready to cook it yet, just freeze that baby, okay?
Freeze it.
So we seasoned it with everything that's on here, plus a couple of other things that we don't have right now. So I just wanted to drop in and say that much.
And those things that we didn't have is pretty much the powder, right?
Yeah.
So
garlic powder and onion powder.
So So yeah, she's saying she giving y'all a gem. I don't know if y'all realize everything that you buy at the store is usually frozen or pre-made. Like they made it somewhere and then they kind of store it. You can have your own storage at your crib. Make it, season it, take some time, and then put it, freeze it, and have it ready for when you actually hungry. So you don't gotta run out. Cause it's raining today. We ain't want to step out the house. We trying to stay at home. And what's good is we have a meal ready to go.
Yes.
So
prep.
Especially
for those of you who work a lot and you feel like, oh, cooking is too much, it's too exhausting. Prep.
It's not as hard as you think. The time that it takes for you to get ready, get on out the house, and get some food, and get in line, and come back.
Wait for it to be cooked.
And then they may not even get it right. They might just give you the wrong order, and then you have to fix that stuff. All that, you don't got to worry about that when you're at home. So that's a whole nother, little sidetrack. But we're going to get to the how to make it, and that concludes the ingredients. So stick around, and you're going to learn how to make yourself some shrimp Alfredo, baby. Let's go.
All right, so I'm going to introduce y'all very briefly to the tools and the equipment that we use to make this meal. So this pot and this pan, as well as that one, we're not going to be using that one. It all came as a package, and someone actually purchased it for us for our newlywed registry. So we got the pot for the pasta. We got the pan for the shrimp. And then for the naan, because I'm like a bready type of person, I have to eat bread with whatever. So for the naan, we got this pan at the Dollar General. And this is what my brother taught me, my teenage brother. He was like, all you got to do is put foil in it so that once you use it and you put whatever on the foil, you just throw the foil out and it's still clean. So, wow. Tips and tricks for y'all. Mm-hmm. That's what we're going to use to put the naan in the oven and kind of get it toasty. We're going to season it, allow those seasonings to get in that bread.
Come on.
And really, look, I'm getting excited.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, we're using a cutting board and a knife. Very, very simple, just for the onions because, like we said earlier, we don't have onion powder right now. So we're going to be putting some onions inside of that shrimp. So that's all.
Great job, babe. Go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna get started on this pasta. Obviously, first step, you add the water. So while we're getting this pasta started, I'm gonna give you another tip, trick, when it comes to making pasta. I saw one of my cousins do this not too long ago, and I was just in awe. So you're gonna wanna put it, I would say about 6-ish, depending on how fast you want it to cook. I'm really hungry, so I usually kind of put it high. Put a little bit of oil so that your noodles don't stick together. And then, if you did not know, you can put noodles in before the water is boiling. So that's what my cousin taught me. And essentially what it does is it allows the noodles to cook faster.
Now, mind you, this is the beauty and also the lesson with marriage. You might do things differently, but whatever works for them, respect that. Let it move. Because I'm a boil the water, noodle in after type person. But she got the floor, she got the stove, so she gonna do it how she do it. You feel me? So
and he gonna eat it, and it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be good regardless. We're trying to get to point B. So however you get there, just know that you're trying to get there.
Yes.
So
the other thing I like to do is break my noodles in half. A lot of times people will put the noodle in whole, and like half of it will cook, and then they'll like swirl it around, and then the other half will cook. But again, I'm trying to eat, so I just bust them down so they can all cook at the same time.
Bust them down. Ooh, she's strong too. Make sure you're working out regularly so you can easily bust down on the spaghetti. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. But yeah, let us know. Like, we're here learning just as much as y'all. So if y'all have any advice on shrimp Alfredo, what you do, what are some tips, secrets, let us know because this ain't the last time we cooking this. We're gonna run it back and maybe even be better than we were when we made this video.
Okay, so I'm not gonna use all the noodles because we only have 1 pack of shrimp, and I just don't want too many noodles.
You need a proper shrimp to pasta ratio. You know, you can't have too much pasta and then you have just little bits of shrimp. This is, make it how you want to make it when you're at home. If you want a bunch of shrimp with a little bit of spaghetti, go for it.
Okay, I just turned the pasta up a little bit more again so it can boil a little bit quicker. And then I'm about to put the shrimp on. So the first thing I do is I put butter in the pan. Okay, so I usually put like maybe a tablespoon worth, but you can kind of put however much you want. I would say the more the merrier because it makes like the shrimp juicy. So yeah.
Now, obviously we're not looking at instructions. We're kind of just going by feel. Now, when it comes to feel, I know some people, their feeling, their sense of awareness can be a bit rough. So just some advice, I guess, for understanding what feel is. You want to have a sense of like even distribution. You don't want to do too much, especially if you're cooking for people. Like you want to evenly distribute the butter. So she has it in there and she's like moving it across the pot and she filling it out. She has a lot of butter on it.
Don't worry about it.
And I ain't gonna judge her. But you feel me? Like,
yeah, it's
you
gonna
just
be
gotta
fire.
try it.
It's gonna be fire.
You just gotta try it. Evenly distribute things and go from there.
And it's a little smoky, but
That's
it's
what
okay.
the fan is for.
It's all right. So now I'm gonna start cutting up the onions so that I can throw it in the pan with the shrimp once we get that
Let me
going.
make sure the angle's on the thing.
All right. You can cut these onions however you want to, like Tad Brown say, because that's your business. Okay.
Shout out Tab.
Because you're the one who's going to be eating it. So however you want to cut them. But you know what I really think, though?
What's up?
I think that based on how the onion is cut, it tastes a little different. Like slices versus the little dices.
Slices versus dices.
Yeah. So just be careful, you feel me? Be careful.
If you look at her form and technique, when she's chopping in, she's going forward. I don't know the science behind it, but there is a little bit extra cuttage that happens when you move the knife forward and then pull back. Like I said, I ain't no expert, but you see she kind of has like a
Okay, see, I didn't even notice. So yeah, so like I feel like if you cut and then you pull back, the vegetable is more likely to come off the cutting board. So I guess, yeah, that's why I do forward like that. Yeah.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. Hey, we're gonna discover that we know more than we actually think with this.
So the shrimp is gonna take a little bit longer than usual to cook simply because it's frozen. But what I'm gonna do to kind of speed that process up is cover the pan. So usually I probably wouldn't cover the pan, but if you want like more juice and for it to cook quicker, you're gonna want to cover it.
And this is where I kind of become a scientist, because I feel like to keep stuff juicy, you gotta keep in the smoke, the vapor. It's pretty much vapor. It's like the water is catching heat and then it's going out. But if you put a cover on it, then you're trapping all that water that's trying to leave, and the water ain't got nowhere else to go but in the food. So anytime you want something juicy, you want something to have just a lot more flavor to it,
That should be good.
I recommend covering and trying to keep all that smoke in.
I'm gonna get started on the naan. It's very basic what I do, just to add some flavor to it, add some moisture, and allow it to kind of really just be good. So I put, this is what it looks like. I hate dry stuff, so I put a little bit of oil on it, and then I put like some seasoned salt or some type of salt in the parsley. So that's what I'm gonna do now, and then I'm gonna put it in the oven at about 250 and let that cook for maybe like 10 minutes, and it'll be just right for me. So we're using olive oil for this, and I usually just put a little bit. He's gonna brush it,
Yeah,
because that's what he does, but I'm a little ghetto, so I just do this and I just let the oil, you know, drip, drip, drip. But yeah, you can go ahead and brush it, baby.
Yeah, I honestly didn't know what this was for, but since I got it, I was like, I gotta use this, and I was like, I guess it's for brushing stuff. So, hey, let me know if that's not what this is for. But for now, that's what I'm doing. So we gonna make sure, again, remember, even distribution. Making sure you're spreading all flavors and ingredients across all the food. So we're gonna make sure every little bit of this bread gets some oil.
And I'm gonna be real.
Keep it real, baby. Well,
I'm so hungry that I'm about to make a PB&J while I'm waiting on this food.
Yeah.
Would you like one?
Yes, please.
Yeah, because we eat and then we eat. So, garlic salt. I really and truly don't know how this ended up in our house. But I've learned how to use it over the last couple months. Now, garlic salt is extremely salty, so you have to use this very lightly, okay? If it was my choice, I probably wouldn't have bought it for that very reason. So I'm just gonna use it very, very lightly. And then I love parsley because it looks cute. And it makes me feel like gourmet. Gourmet.
Gourmet.
So I'm gonna put that on there even though it was already in the garlic salt. And it just looks so bougie, like, ooh.
Ooh, ooh.
So yeah, get into it.
Into the details. It's just colorful. You want color. Fun fact with anything, color is good. We love the
Color
mixing.
is healthy.
Color is healthy. You can tell something is bland when there's no color. Like, for real, for real. So, all this stuff has different types of colors. And we like to mix it all up. And that makes us feel good. There's an art to it. We artists. Watch us paint. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I'm just breaking up this shrimp now so that when it goes into the pan, it'll be a little bit easier to cook. Oh, this is more shrimp than I thought.
Nice. The shrimp to pasta ratio would be best.
Fire.
While we're here, let us know what y'all want to see us cook. Give us some suggestions. Nothing crazy. We're not one of those like fear factor type folk, but we gonna see because you know how things happen on YouTube. You just want to try things. But for now, let's stick to the safe at-home meals that are normal and like not destructive.
I like to clean while I cook. So after I make this PB&J sandwich, I'm probably gonna wash these dishes, throw this out. You know, just make sure you're cleaning as you go, so that once you have your food ready, you can just sit down comfortably and eat and not feel like you have to rush and get up. But you know, when you become married, you really do realize that people are different. So he usually cleans up after he cooks. Kind of give them your perspective of that process and what it looks like to you. Because I personally would get anxious if like the kitchen looks a mess, but maybe, you know, he doesn't feel that or his perspective is different. So
well, you know, some days I do, some days I don't. There's days that I do clean it, but there's days where I don't. I think a lot of times I am not as multitasked when it comes to cooking. So usually when I'm cooking, I'm just cooking. If I get too consumed with cleaning, I personally will forget stuff is on the stove because I'm like, I got ADD. It's no excuse, but I know because of that I have to focus. So I can't have too many tasks. Like she's able to like, she's just talked about cleaning, making a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and cooking shrimp Alfredo while shooting a YouTube video. That's her. That is her skills, her superpower. Me shooting a video and cooking the food is more than enough. So that's mainly my thing. Is like I can only focus on so many things. The main goal is the food, and I don't want to mess up the food. So I'm just gonna lock in on that. So know your limits.
And he's an amazing chef. So that part is always phenomenal.
Thanks, baby.
But yes, as you can see, the noodles are boiling. I just turned it down a little bit. You do want to mix it up every now and again because even though I put the oil in, you still have to mix it up so that your noodles don't get stuck together.
Even distribution.
Yeah.
You want oil to be all in the noodles.
And then I'm turning the shrimp up because it's just getting dull over there. So I'm going to turn it up a little bit.
Like, if you feel like you got a lot going on, don't hesitate to turn the heat down a bit.
Yes.
Because, like, the last thing you want to do is burn it. So if it's low heat while you're figuring things out, that's cool. At least it's cooking a little bit. And usually slow cook is what you want, but we ain't got time for all that. So turn it down when you're waiting, then turn it up when you're starting to get into it.
Get into it.
Here you go for it.
You know, it's going to be kind of smoky, but you see what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm talking about. You see that juice? Get into that juice with the onions. Get it. Stop.
Stop.
Come on. Come. So when it gets like that orangish, pinkish color, it's practically done. So I'm going to turn it down, and then I'm going to check on the noodles. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to cover it again so that steamy goodness stays inside. But again, it's practically done. Now, this, for me, I feel like it's hard to teach when you know the noodles are done. What helps me is I will honestly take a noodle out and bite it, or, like, feel the texture, taste it a little bit to see. It's really a texture thing for me. I'm big on texture. So, you let it cool for a second, and then you kind of see, like, is this the texture you would want to eat?
Oh.
That's embarrassing.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's still a little bit hard, so I'm gonna let it cook for maybe like 5 or so more minutes. Turn it off and let it sit in that warm water so that just in case it still needs to cook a little bit, it's still in that warm water to cook. Okay, I'm gonna turn down just a little bit to 3. All right, let's check on our naan.
Y'all done forgot about the bread. I forgot about the bread.
Oh,
see?
babe. It's good. This is what happens when you have a lot of younger siblings and a lot of children at your house growing up, is you realize how to focus on many, many things all at one time. Oh. The viewers.
Oh, my bad.
Okay, so again, y'all know I'm a little hood, right? So all I'm doing is putting a lid on the top to drain the water out. A lot of times people use a little strainer, drainer, whatever. For me, it's just like, that's more dishes. So anyway, so I'm just draining the water out, just like this. Make sure you have something to cover your fingers because it will get hot. And it's okay if it's a little bit of water in there because it helps the sauce. So, because growing up, I'm gonna show you what we did growing up. Make sure you season your noodles. Okay, you can season them very basic, but you still want to season them. So I'll put some Tony's. You know what I mean? Some people put butter in it. I don't really be doing all that. So what we used to do growing up, right? Because we didn't really have a lot of money with this, is my mom would pour half of it in the pot, and then she would fill it up with water, put the thing back on, shake it, and then it was full again, but it was obviously half water, and then she would pour it in. So I grew up kind of having that experience with water already being in the pot, so that's why when I'm draining it, I don't have to get like every little drip of water out, because sometimes I still do that. I'll fill it up a little bit with water just to stretch it. So yeah, that's another little trick. All right, so these noodles are pretty seasoned. Again, you can add whatever you want to your stuff. Like if you were just eating these noodles by itself, how would you want them to taste? I really hope I didn't know that. Yeah, how would you want them to taste? And that's how you season it, and then you're adding something else that's really seasoned. So I'm gonna add the shrimp into the pot. You see them onions? Get into it. Yep. You see that juice? Yep. That juice. You need every onion because onions are good. And then you scrape it a little so it ain't dripping all in your stove. Come on, somebody.
Yo, I am fighting with this focus right now on this iPhone, y'all. So bear with me. We're learning. We're learning.
Again,
That
clean
joint.
as you go. Close, close, close. Open, open, open. Okeechobee. Shake it up. Shake, shake, shake. Senora. Okay.
Love it.
All right. Now you want the spoon with the grippers so that it can get in the noodles. Right? So again, I didn't pour everything in because that's just my thing. I might add some water in it if it's a little too thick for me because I'm not big on the milky, cheesy,
Creamy, buttery.
Yeah,
Flaky,
I'm not that big on that.
buttery, creamy. Let's see what's going on. What's the situation? Yeah.
Check on the naan.
Oh, see. Can't forget about you. Hey. Gotta have that memory on point. We ain't got no timers right now, which is a little reckless.
So this is how you know it's ready. It's a little bit more brown than it was when you first saw it, right? Because remember, it was a little baked and cooked when you first saw it. But yeah, it's a little brown. It looks good. It looks ready to eat. So we're gonna pull this out.
I would help. Usually I'll be helping right now, y'all, but I'm trying to record, so
Very helpful.
don't y'all be like, oh, you got her doing everything. Oh my God.
He actually wanted to help more, and I was like, I wanted to cook.
Yeah.
Like in your head, where you know what you want to do, how you gonna do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, get into it, boo.
Oh, I got you.
Get into it, baby.
Yee.
Come on, somebody.
Like you said, see the colors. We got a little bit of pink in there, a little bit of green. If you get closer, you'll see the seasoning. We're probably gonna add a little bit more seasoning. But yeah, y'all see it.
Yeah.
So that is how you put together shrimp Alfredo. We're gonna prepare it, present it on a plate, and then we gonna get into it at the dinner table, and we're gonna have a meal with y'all. So hopefully you have your meal prepared. We're about to have a good little dinner together. Thank you, baby.
We both had some peanut butter.
Yeah, we've been grubbing on the peanut butter jelly sandwich. But yeah, we're gonna get into it, y'all. We'll see you at the dinner table.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am. Ooh. All right.
Can you pass me a fork, please?
Yeah, I got you, baby. So, we hungry, so we gonna get right to it. Big fork, Big Daddy. Little
Baby fork.
Little mama. But yeah.
We're gonna show y'all the reveal, the grand reveal. That's why it's covered. So we're gonna get close and show you what's going on.
Y'all.
And how we made this 10-20 minute meal.
Yeah, took a little minute because we was teaching and stuff.
Right.
And if the quality changed a bit, we changed phones because my phone died. But, the quality of the food ain't changed. So let's just get into it. Yeah. All right, here we go. And a 3 and a 2 and a 1. Oh! You should react like that every time, cause we grateful. So go ahead and show it, Ray. Show the world what she made. Look what she made.
You see the naan? I broke it in half because he my other half. Come on, you see the shrimp? You see the parsley? Come.
Cheers.
You would think you was at Red Lobster. Don't play.
Cheers.
This would have been $30. Come on. This whole meal wasn't even.
Yeah.
You gotta stop playing with me.
Yeah.
Don't play on my top like that, yo.
Real talk. Ooh.
Wait a minute. I got your plate. This is bigger. And I always give you the blue plate because your favorite color is blue.
She cute, right? All right. So we're gonna bless this food because we are faithful believers in Jesus Christ. We gotta thank him for everything. We thank him for y'all. We thank him for this food. We thank him for everything. All right. So let's pray. Father God, thank you so much for this opportunity to show to the world just a simple example of taking care of our home. May we enjoy this food. May it nourish our souls. May we enjoy this conversation. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Let's get into it. The first bite is going to do what it do.
Alright,
And I ain't gonna be fake because I made this. If it needs some more salt, I'm gonna say that.
Alright, so you know it got like she cut it in half, so it's already easy to pull out.
Right.
It looked like it's about to burn my tongue.
Be so long that you gotta be just
Yeah.
break it in half.
Yeah, break it in half. Alright, you got it. Mm.
It's good. It's good. I really like when my hot. I'm done. I really love when my food is smoking hot. So like usually I would go right now to put it in the microwave, but it's fine. It's good.
It needs to be burning her tongue. I'm gonna go ahead and bite into this nang.
Oh
You know we gotta be extra dramatic because of YouTube. Are you, when you eat, are you the mouth coverer? Are you the mouth or food cup catcher?
Are you the hook?
Hook?
Are you the laugher?
Or are you the smacker?
Let me see what it's hitting on, honey. I'm the dancer.
Mm-hmm. Good answer. Now, mind you, the naan, we've had it for like a week. We've had it for a week, so we expected it not to be like soft, but it's good enough. It's good enough.
Yeah. Well, babe, while we're here, you want to answer a question for the people?
Of course. This game that we've played for most of our relationship has been a game changer. No pun intended. It's called the And Game. That's it. The And Game.
Yeah, I made that name up because that's what it says right there. But it's from the Skin Deep. And these questions get to the nitty gritty of how y'all feel about each other, hard topics, hard conversations. It just asks very direct questions.
And this is not a sponsor. This is not a sponsor. This is just straight up. We enjoy it. We love having good conversations at the dinner table, and this helps prompt, so we're not trying to pull from our butts a good question. Like, how's your day? You know, they go deeper than that. So, we're going to pick one question and take turns answering it.
I'm going to get one out of the middle.
You're going for the middle.
Wow. Okay. We've had this one, though.
Go for it.
What do you think has been our greatest accomplishment thus far as a couple?
Starting a YouTube channel. Not playing. Our greatest accomplishment thus far as a couple. Man. I think getting the apartment, I feel like, is definitely an accomplishment for us.
That's what I said last time.
Oh, well, there we go. She might have a different one. So, yeah, I think getting this home for us was, like, so huge because both of us have a background of having, like, unstable living circumstances. Like, I've had years where I've lived in cars, I've been house to house, sleeping on couches, like, all that stuff. Like, just being, like, a full-grown adult, just house to house for, like, countless years. And I never had my own apartment, never had my own room even. Well, no, I've had my own room. I'll take that back. Never had my own room to like decorate, like fill out and make my own. So when we met, I was sharing a room with somebody. So
I wasn't even in a room.
She wasn't even in the room. She was sleeping in the living room of her family's home. So we getting vulnerable here. So yeah, like when we met, we didn't tell that to each other, but as we got to know each other, we learned like, oh snap, like you in a living situation like me. And I literally said like, let's take a picture. This is before we were starting to date and anything. It was like, let's take a picture just to remember this moment, because from here it's up. So.
And in my mind, I was like,
yeah, sure.
Let's take a picture, but.
Might even put the picture on this video, but.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see now, like we're in our own spot, shooting a video, having people over for dinner, like all the stuff we always dreamed of. It's now here, and it was with the help of each other. So, big accomplishment.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Well, so that was my answer last time. So I'm gonna tell y'all what he said last time, and I agree with. Our greatest accomplishment thus far has been our students. So I'm a teacher, 7th grade, and just the environment that we've cultivated in that classroom with the kids, it being a safe space, you know, a place where they can feel seen, heard, comfortable, all of that has been a phenomenal accomplishment, because when the school year first started, he was living in a different town, and you know, I was trying to pull up like what they do, and I was like, you know, I have a lot going on right now, and there's a lot that I'm tending to, and I want you to be a part of that kind of thing. So I was very upfront and direct. And we started off at FaceTime calls, and by the middle of the year, we were like on our way to getting married, and he was like in my class every day because he moved out here. And the days that he wouldn't come because he was working, the kids are like, where's Mr. T? Like, we want him. Why does he always leave whenever our class comes? Or because I have, 6 different classes, periods a day?
Yep.
So we definitely created a whole vibe for them. Like, they absolutely adore you, us, that room.
It's been amazing. Definitely been amazing. No, I agree. Love them kids. Shout out the middle school. I ain't gonna say the school. Should I say the school? Does it matter?
You don't have to say it.
All right, we ain't gonna put all that info out. But yeah, what is your greatest accomplishment so far? Let us know in the comment section. We about to dig in and focus. I think y'all have seen what y'all needed to see. Make sure you make your own shrimp Alfredo. Have some dinner with somebody and ask them a question like we're doing. We're just trying to set an example. But this is Brimani's Kitchen. I'm Bryce.
Let me money.
And we'll see y'all next time.
Next time. Next meal.
Yes.
Let us know what you want us to cook.
Yeah, let us know what y'all want.
I don't eat everything, so I might decline some.
Exactly. We'll try some stuff out. But yeah, y'all have a great day. Much love to you.
Peace out.
Peace out.
A-Town down.
Yo.